Hello Golden State Warriors fans, we are here once again to bring you the latest news related to our team, and I would like to emphasize how committed we are to improving our performance to achieve great results. Before we dive into this intriguing news, I kindly ask you to show your support by clicking the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, I invite you all to join us on an exciting journey. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. The proposed trade proves why the Golden State Warriors shouldn't part ways with young wing. With an uncertain role and limited playing time, Moody's future with the Golden State Warriors was very unclear before the trade deadline on February 8. The fluctuating opportunity created the notion that the Warriors should move on from the 14th overall pick for their own good, but to be fair to the franchise, they'd been more committed to Moody since an opportunity arose due to Andrew Wiggins' personal leave. Moody's value to the Golden State Warriors far exceeds his potential value to rival teams in trade scenarios. Moody has averaged over 24.1 minutes per game in the last 7, the last 3 with Wiggins back in the lineup. It seems now that the 21-year-old is playing a more defined role, at least in contrast to previous occasions where he had to fill in for others' absences. Moody's lack of game exposure diminished his value to rival teams, which may have contributed to him not being traded in the last 12 to 15 months. His potential has been rediscovered in the past 2 weeks, but this point is more notable for Golden State than for other teams at this stage. In a recent article analyzing one trade every NBA team wishes they could make right now, Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley proposed the following trade for the Brooklyn Nets, involving Moody and the Warriors. This would be a home run deal for Brooklyn and nothing short of a low-value deal for Golden State. It's almost ironic that Finney Smith is a very similar type of player to what Moody projects to be. This projection isn't long-term, with the very real possibility that he'll be a better player within 12 to 18 months. The numbers are similar between the two at the moment, and even if we acknowledge that Finney Smith is the better player and clearly more experienced at the moment, the difference isn't worth the Warriors giving up another genuine rotational player in Peyton, another young talent in Santos, and a top 10 protected first-round pick. It might be a terrible trade from the Golden State standpoint, but it also reflects Moody's value in the league. Now that he's back in the rotation, his value will likely be rehabilitated to a point where a trade like this would seem increasingly ludicrous over time. Shifting focus forward, then, should be the goal. This deal would move the team in that direction. Between Moody, the 14th pick in 2021, and that future first-rounder, Brooklyn would have a real chance of coming out of this deal with at least 2 keepers. The former All-Star's tumultuous season encounters another crisis at a crucial time for the Warriors. Just 8 games ago, Andrew Wiggins was in the best form of the season, having rediscovered his two-way impact on a thriving Golden State Warriors team that was surging towards a playoff spot. Then, for the second time in 2 seasons, Wiggins took personal leave. While this is more than justified, the 2022 All-Star has struggled to regain the same form in his 3 games since his return. Andrew Wiggins' recent dip in form comes at a bad time for the Golden State Warriors as they battle for playoff positioning. Wiggins scored in double digits in each of the 9 games before his absence, shooting at least 50% from the floor in 7 of those games. The Canadian played at least 23 minutes in each of the 9 games, finishing with a positive plus-minus in 6 of them. It may not have been the same form as 2 years ago, but it was a highly productive Wiggins who contributed to a successful Golden State team. In the 2 games since his 4-game absence, Wiggins played less than 14 minutes against the Milwaukee Bucks and just over 15 against the Chicago Bulls. Stephen Curry's injury led to a reshuffle on Saturday against the San Antonio Spurs, with Wiggins being the victim as Steve Kerr opted to replace him in the starting lineup with Tracy Jackson-Davis lob and roll threat. Wiggins played over 26 minutes off the bench, scoring 11 points on 5 of 12 shooting and adding 6 rebounds. It was a decent performance, but the Warriors needed more without Curry in the lineup. In fact, this recent stretch reiterates Wiggins' value to the team. It's no coincidence that his season has almost mirrored the team's, largely defined by inconsistency, throughout the first half of the season. Golden State was 7-2 in the 9 games before Wiggins' absence, and now they're 4-3 in the 7 games since then. The team seemed solidified with a starting lineup that had been clicking for several weeks, but now it's been thrown into chaos with Curry's injury and Wiggins' drop in form. Regardless of whether Curry is in the lineup or not, the Warriors need a productive Wiggins to maximize their potential. If the 29-year-old can't deliver on that, there's a significant chance the franchise could miss out on the playoffs altogether. Share your views and predictions in the comments below, and of course don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive updates on the Golden State Warriors. Stay tuned for the next exciting chapter in our journey to victory.